Hey guys, my name's Clifton, and today we're reviewing George Dickel Bottled in Bond. So I actually just picked up this whiskey. I've been eyeing it for a while. It just came out actually last month. Finally made its way out here to California, and I'm really excited to give it a try, give it a shot. I've not really been a fan of George Dickel's bourbon in the past. I've just bought their cheaper, like lower end stuff. I like their rye though, but I know they source their rye, so I guess that's not really true Dickel juice. But today this is, and this is a pretty cool release. So this is bottled in bond, like I said in the title, but this was distilled in 2005. That means it is 13 years old, which is crazy. And this was only $35. That price point is ridiculous and unheard of in American whiskey, at least that I've seen. If it's different for you, let me know. But I don't think I've ever seen something that's 13 years old and $35. That's just crazy. So, I had to give it a try. I'm really hoping that this is good. I actually opened it and tasted it last night just to kind of get a little preview of it. I had some mixed reactions to it, so I figured I'd give it another shot and a full review today. Maybe my palate has changed, so let's go ahead and pour a glass and see how it is. So this is a very high corn mash bill. It's 84% corn, 8% rye, and 8% malted barley. So it's gonna drink like a corn whiskey, I can already tell. On the nose, it's straight up corn. It's almost like, I guess like dusty corn is like, I guess the best way to put it. It smells sweet, which is what you'd expect from a corn whiskey. I'm not getting much oak on it though. Especially being 13 years old, you would think this would have a lot more oak on the nose. Yeah, it just smells like kind of like a generic bourbon, which is a good sign because George Dickel's regular stuff, I don't really get much bourbon on it. It tastes like its own unique thing. Kind of like Jack Daniels. I don't think of that as tasting like bourbon. It tastes like Jack Daniels. So maybe it's a Tennessee whiskey thing, but it knows like a good bourbon, so let's see if it holds up in the taste. Okay, first of all, I'm going to say it tastes better than it tasted last night. Last night, it tasted really boring, I guess. I didn't get much sweetness at all last night. That was the weird thing. It tasted like corn, but like buttered popcorn, but not sweet. So it was a little weird last night. But luckily, today I'm getting a lot of that sweetness back. So it does taste a lot nicer than it did when I sampled it a little last night. The finish is pretty short, especially for something that's 13 years old and 100 proof. I mean, it's really not lingering at all. It coats the mouth nicely when you drink it, but as soon as you swallow, there's not really much taste going on other than like some leftover corn sweetness. And surprisingly, there's very little oak, which is crazy for especially like, because I mean, this is pretty much a bourbon. It's a Tennessee whiskey. For it not to have that oaky character that I associate with older bourbons, that makes me suspicious. I guess they do filter it differently in Tennessee, but I don't know. It's interesting. The flavor profile is a good bit different than what I usually get from bourbon. It just has a lot of like roasted, like cooked corn, like not necessarily like creamed corn, but it's kind of like that element. It's sweet, but it's almost like savory. Like, I don't know how to describe it. This is a weird one. Do I like it? I think it's okay. I mean, again, it's a $35 whiskey. You can't really expect too much. If you like George Dickel's regular stuff, you would probably love this. It definitely tastes similar to the one that I had, which was just their base cheap stuff. It does have a good bit more depth, but it doesn't taste or smell like a 13-year-old whiskey. I'm not hating this. I guess that's all I can really say about it. Again, for the price, $35, definitely grab a bottle and try it, especially if you like Tennessee whiskey, like Jack Daniels or Dickel's other stuff. Would I buy it again? Most likely not. Even though it's older, it lacks the things that I like about older whiskey. It lacks the oakiness and the long finish. I don't really get that on this, even though it's 100 proof. It's almost like a chocolatey corn. I know that doesn't make much sense, but like there's some kind of like milk chocolate kind of note on the taste. Not overwhelming, but there is some kind of like a milky chocolatey sweetness on it. That makes it interesting at least, but still not my typical flavor profile with an older bourbon. So I give this a recommend on the caveat of it only being $35 where I'm at. It's not bad. I won't buy it again. It's just not my thing, But there's a lot of people that'll like this. So if you're one of those people, let me know, and let me know your rating or like what you get on it. Because maybe I'm just not picking up on a certain note that would make me love it. So that does it for this review of George Dickel Bottle and Bond. If you want to see my other whiskey reviews, I have a playlist at the end of this video. Also, I would love if you could subscribe and hit the bell button so you're notified when I go live and put up a new video. Go live every Tuesday and new video every Friday. So hope to see you guys next video, and drink good bourbon. Bye.